So I would say too, make sure that you're showing them in several different ways, right? And so, if you show them in real time, but then do you have it written down where they can go back to it, right? I often encourage people especially when I'm training them, like take screenshots. Like as we're going through this, because you may feel in the moment like, oh yeah, I got it. But then when you get back to your desk and you're by yourself, you're like, wait, where do I start again? Right? So if they have either screenshots or a guide or something that can kind of help them reference as they're going through that process, I think it will also ease. If you have it already, great. But if not, it's important to have the employee do that, because that's also a reinforcement skill, right? Like writing it down or writing out the process is a reinforcement for your brain to really help that individual get it. The other thing I would say is, checking in with them consistently. How's it going? Ask curious questions, right? And so it's easy to be like, well, I showed you this, I gave you the guide, why you still didn't get this right? But ask curious questions. Okay, tell me what you were thinking about. Right? What did you think the process was? How did we get to this point? Really, because you want to kind of understand what was going on in their mind, right? And they may have an answer for you that's like, oh, I really thought you said A, B, and C. And then you're like, okay, well, let me clarify, right? This is really what I meant for you. And so asking those curious questions so that you can really get an insight into what was going on in their mind. And the other thing I would say, whenever you're having these conversations, tone is so important, right? We speak with our tone, we speak with our body language. If you're like, I don't understand why you didn't get this yet. I gave you that guide, like what happened? That's gonna give a different kind of tone versus, oh, we created this guide, but we still have this issue or challenge, right? And maybe let's look at the guide and see where we can tighten it up, right? That's a different communication than, oh, you should have known this and you got it wrong. That's saying, oh, let's work together to figure out where the gap is so that you don't have this issue again. And that also reinforces to your employee that I'm trying to support you through this and I'm gonna work with you so that we can kind of get to a solution to hopefully get you where we need to be. Now that doesn't mean for months and months and months and months and months, right, that you let that go. Because you do want to make sure that you give the employee enough time to correct their actions, but you need to have those consistent conversations, regular feedback, regular check-ins so that you can see how their progress is and how they're doing.